by consistently delivering superior cannabinoids and THC formulations, it makes this line of products perfect for patients and consumers who really need a highly effective and potent and consistent dose, but without smoke or vapor.
From Bumming It Media, it's the MJBulls podcast, a show about raising cannabis capital. I'm Dan Humiston, and on today's show, how Charlie Gregory's battle with cancer led to Medi-Mist, a smoke-free solution to the agony of chemotherapy. Hey, Charlie.
Hi, Dan.
How are you today?
I am doing excellent. Really excited to be on your program and to share with the listeners my story.
Well, today we're with Charlie Gregory, and we're going to be talking about his company, Green Cross Brands, and one of their products there is Medi-Mist. But before we dive into that, Charlie, can you tell the listeners your journey into cannabis? What led you here?
Yeah, I'd love to, Dan. I had the blessing or the misfortune of getting cancer, and a very rare type of cancer that put me in the 1% group. And I then entered into the world of cancer treatment in America.
Wow. So are you right now in remission?
I am. I've been in remission for 10 years.
Assuming when you went through your trials with cancer, you realized that there are a lot of problems and there are a lot of voids that should be filled. Can you expand on that a little bit?
One of the things I always knew is that, cannabis always made my stomach feel good and I would eat. One of the things that happens when you start taking cancer meds and treatments is that your stomach feels like mush and everything is horrible and you're throwing up and you're the worst case of nausea I've ever had. Kind of combine a merry-go-round with the worst case of seasickness and have that 24/7. So smoking weed to help get rid of your stomach nausea was an amazing thing and built up my appetite. The only problem was I couldn't smoke it in the lobby and the vape pens were out, but you couldn't use them indoors. Can I eat it? Well, unpredictable. I had to function throughout the day. I needed smaller doses of a different formulation that would not go into my lungs, but would stay in my mucosal areas in my mouth for a quicker, more reliable uptake. And I needed measured dosages. So that's where I started the quest to develop the product. So once I made the first batches of them, I went through all the medical wards, and all of a sudden I'm looking around the ward and everybody's using them. And they're all going, thank God, it really works, and it just feels so much better.
So this is like an inhaler, like people that have asthma? Or...
Yes, exactly. Same type of thing. What they call that is a pressurized metered dose inhaler. When I looked around the room, I saw people who had a little bit of relief and that they had a lot of comfort.
And what I found interesting is it's a self-contained unit. The person doesn't have to do anything. It's all packaged up. They open up the package and I'm going to call it inhaler, is right there. Yeah. And they don't have to add anything. They don't have to do anything. There's no batteries. There's nothing involved. When it's done, they throw it away. They get another one. Right. You take care of making sure that the quality of the ingredients in the product is at the highest level. I mean, this is such a closed, easy thing.
And by consistently delivering superior cannabinoids and THC formulations, it makes this line of products perfect for patients and consumers who really need a highly effective and potent and consistent dose, but without smoke or vapor. This is the thing. There is no smoke. There is nothing to light. There is no battery. There is no bowl to fill or
and there's no guessing. There's no guessing. It's exactly the same dose every time.
Same exact dosage every single time. I didn't speak about this, but we've just added in the ability to use Bluetooth monitoring with these so that it will track your usage without doing a thing. It'll just track your usage, feed it into your computer or your phone, and chart your active usage, and then you can go back, or your doctor can go back and look over that.
You have to be pretty far along with this process because obviously you've already packaged it up and you're giving it to people.
Yeah.
Tell us where you are in this process because it's way beyond an idea.
I guess 2014 was the startup. We launched the MVP around April 2015. I had secured a large sum of money to go and do this and convince some people, and staffed up, and we dispensed about 5,000 units, and they went over really, really great. But in the meantime, I realized I will never in a million years be able to handle any volume with this one-armed bandit of a machine I'm working with, and I needed to scale.
That's a perfect segue into this next phase of Green Cross Brands.
Mm-hmm.
You invented the product.
Yeah.
You got the product to a point where there's demand for it. You know it works. Everything's in place. You've done all the heavy lifting.
Yes.
Now is the next phase where you have to scale this up so you can get it to the masses. What kind of opportunities are there for investors to help you get it to the next level?
And as an investor goes, the product's been made. The product has been developed. All the marketing pieces are done. All of the molds are in place. The formulations are pretty much there. We have key personnel in place. We need the money to put the business on the map. It's just replicating what we did, but in a bigger format. So I could take this product, a regional product, to a statewide product, to a national product, to an international product extremely fast. As an investor, to jump into that exponential growth would be easy. So that's what we're looking for in an investor. Somebody who's sure that he wants to commit to this. Not will it work, but more of, I want this to work and I'm going to make sure I do everything I can to make it work. Period.
If an investor is interested in learning more, he can contact you at charlie@budmarketers.com.
He can, and he can also contact me at Visionati, VISIONATI, at ca.rr.com. You hold on to that one, Dan. That's the secret Batcave email.
Well, you just told the world. You just told the world that.
That's for the real serious investors, you know?
Your passion comes out in everything you do. It's apparent on the phone calls. It's apparent in your emails. It's apparent in all your brochures and literatures. This is a work of passion, and I, for one, think you're really onto something. The name of your company again is Green Cross Brands, and we've already given out your email address. But it's also, all this information is also going to be on the MJBulls website at MJBulls.com.
I love the site. When we first saw MJBulls, I laughed. My partner, Jack, was a stock broker for many, many years. And we saw that and I said, yeah, this guy gets it.
Well, there's no question it's a bull market.
Oh, yeah.
And it's built on the back of entrepreneurs like you. You're the driving force behind it. You're the guys that are changing the world. And that's why I think it's great that we can showcase people like you on this show, and hopefully we'll keep driving this bull market. You're an inspiration. And I know there are a lot of people that are going through what you went through that are rooting for you to get this product to the finish line and to get it into their hands. So, well, thank you, Charlie. Thanks for being with us on the MJBulls podcast.
Anytime, Dan. I really appreciate it. And thanks for what you're doing.
Thanks for listening to the MJBulls podcast. To learn more about today's guest or to apply to be a guest, visit our website at MJBulls.com. And if you like our show, give us a review on iTunes. Today's show was produced by Bumminit Media. I'm Dan Humiston, and you've been listening to the MJBulls podcast.